Like most people growing up in my age bracket, MTV was the cool TV station to go home and watch when you got out of school. But as I get older, I realize just how outdated this concept has become. With streaming services and YouTube becoming the most popular ways that people enjoy their content, it made me wonder, what shows are even on MTV now? And are they even worth watching? Well, stick around and we'll find out. This is the Overstimulation Station. Hey! Man, growing up, I loved watching shows like Pimp My Ride, MTV Cribs, Daria, Jackass, True Life. But as I got older, I reached a certain point to where watching TV just really wasn't that important to me anymore. And so I just kind of stopped watching everything altogether. But there were still people around my age who kept up with MTV's new lineup with shows such as The Hills and Jersey Shore and 16 and Pregnant. And, you know, even though I had stopped watching TV, I was still kind of keeping up with these shows every now and then. And I started noticing this watering down of MTV with all these reality shows with these complete morons and their melodrama just filling the airwaves. These shows were cheap, easy to produce, and they garnered very high ratings. But as time went on, people eventually started ditching their cable provider in favor of services like Netflix and YouTube. Netflix, of course, producing a lot of critically acclaimed, very high-polished, award-winning shows. And if you wanted your drama fix, then hey, YouTube's right there for you with plenty of jackasses and melodrama happening in real time oftentimes. So at this point, it's kind of feeling like MTV's become like this old abandoned strip mall that you just kind of feel sorry for. Well, let's take a look at some of their programming that they have on right now and see if it's worth your time or if it's at least any good.
Tonight on How Far Is Tattoo Far?
A young couple visits our tattoo studio to design tattoos for each other.
It's fun.
How far is Tattoo Far? This is a pretty cringy show. It's obviously catering to your millennial crowd, or I guess even the generation that comes before millennials. The concept of it is a couple, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend or a brother and sister, go into this tattoo set and they pick out tattoos for each other, and they don't get to see the tattoo until after the show. And usually they're kind of these like revenge tattoos or fuck you tattoos. And in this episode in particular, these are just awful people, just completely vapid bimbo and her bro douche frat boyfriend, and they got these awful tattoos for each other that are gonna be on their body forever. So, good job, you couple of plebe dipshits. Not looking so good so far, MTV. What do we got next?
Oh, that rapper. Yeah. Say something.
Ridiculousness. Ah, yes. These kind of clip shows have been around for a while now. What proved to be a popular formula in the 90s with America's Funniest Home Videos has continued to get ratings even now, and is obviously MTV's cash cow, with non-stop blocks of this show being played all the time. This is truly garbage entertainment, which is made even worse by the annoying commentary by the vapid panelists and, of course, Rob Dyrdek, the dude bro in his mid-40s who did some fantasy Wonderland show before focusing solely on ridiculousness. Nah, I'm good.
I gotta get these jets on.
Jenny and Nicole, if your significant other...
This show is still on fucking TV? Fuck these people. The Jersey Shore was one of the most cancerous, garbage, piece of shit TV shows that I have ever seen. I can't watch this turd salad for more than 5 minutes before my skin literally begins to crawl. And again, for a network that focuses on the kids, some of these motherfuckers are in their 40s now. This guy looks like he needs to take blood pressure medication. Oh God, pass.
All right, off to Indianapolis for our next story.
There's something that I've been wanting to communicate with you.
You know, this show is okay enough, I guess. Catfish started out as an independent documentary film about the now host Neve or Nev. I didn't even give a shit enough to look up the right pronunciation of the guy's name. And anyway, this guy did this documentary where he had this experience where he fell in love with this woman online who ended up being an overweight, middle-aged woman. And I guess at some point MTV saw gold in them their hills and decided to make a whole series around other people's misfortunes and suffering. That is a common theme with most of these shows. You're watching them to either feel better about yourself or feel worse, depending on what show you're watching.
Tonight potentially could be my last night in the house. Just trying to turn up tonight, have a great time.
Oh my God, please fucking die, all of you. This is the same stale garbage that MTV has been playing for years now. If Catfish made you feel better about yourself by comparison, this show makes you feel like you're not gonna get laid unless you have a six-pack. Not like you'd want to bang any of these trifling-ass bimbos anyway. Oh, and speaking of stale garbage...
Everyone knows PCB.
I'm in my element. This is my town.
I'm from South Carolina, but this place, I've never even seen any kind of shit like this.
Hey, you know, Jersey Shore was a huge success for us. But what if we replaced the dumbass Guidos with dumbass rednecks? Hey, Florida has a beach. Bam, done. There's the show. I get to go home. Give me my $1 million. Yeah, as I do this video, I'm finding myself getting angrier and angrier, but honestly, I didn't realize how much to shit this network has gone to. I mean, they literally have nothing now. Let's keep going. This fucking show is still around? Oh my God. Okay, so here's another feel better about yourself by comparison show. This show profiles something that young dumbasses all across America do every day. Accidentally nut inside each other and not get a Plan B pill. Why would you want to watch this show? Shame on you for deriving enjoyment out of this. But hey, you know, I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, at least some of these kids on here are privileged enough to have parents that can totally swoop in and financially fix their fuck up, which is an important lesson to teach teenagers. There are no consequences or repercussions for your irresponsible behavior. Next show. Wild and Out. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this show even is. It's been on MTV for a long-ass time. It's obviously catering to a more urban audience. I watched a little bit of it. It's one of the only shows I've seen so far that actually has an original premise where you need to maybe kind of have somewhat of a skill or comedy to be on. I didn't watch it enough to really find out, so who the fuck knows? I feel like I'm not really the demographic for this show, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know anything about it. And that is just about all I can fucking take of that. Yeah, there were some other like game shows and little series I could have talked about, but that was literally all I could stomach of that shit. You know, this is what the love of money gets you. The reason why all this shit is on MTV is because it's what gets the most views, gets the most ratings, and makes the most money. Because America is a bunch of mouth-breathing morons who get off to other people's drama, misfortunes, and sexual escapades. When I started thinking about what did I actually like about MTV back in the day, what did I think it was great about it, it really boils down to their animation department. That was the only things that I really thought were truly good on the network. Everything else I liked on there was the same crap they're playing now. I guess I was just too young and stupid not to realize it. And, oh yeah, and music videos too. That whole thing they kind of did that, you know, changed and revolutionized the music industry. But don't worry, I'm not going to get off on the whole, like, oh, MTV doesn't play music videos anymore because, you know, I get it. Their music videos, it didn't make them any money. It didn't get them any views. Because, I mean, all you got to do is go on YouTube right now, go to the music videos, and just, you clearly see that the music videos get no views. They probably don't make any money. The executives at MTV they're making all the right moves. They know what people want. That's one thing you can say about MTV. The hubris in that company is just off the wall. And just keep doing what you're doing, MTV. You're doing great. Just keep on trucking. I'm Josh Cannon. I'm gonna have to watch a lot of Unsolved Mysteries to cleanse my palate of this intellectual raping that has taken place just now. Hope you have a good rest of your night.